Okay, so if we want to really make the changes in life and to make them lasting, we really need to take into account what our mind is running and what programs and patterns are running at the automatic level. And as we start switching these out, life gets easier, health gets easier, and our daily habits of caring for ourselves get easier. And so here's another reason that people don't stay on track. Sometimes our cravings are run a little bit deeper than just the meanings that are attached to food. Sometimes it is direct sabotage. Part of me wants to and part of me doesn't. And then we feel this battle between these two parts of ourselves. Well, sometimes the deeper meanings that our body holds onto habits, or that we hold on to extra weight, comes from deeper experiences, things that the unconscious automatic mind has learned that it hasn't been updated. It just didn't get the update. A good example of this comes from my friend Rich, and he's also an NLP practitioner, hypnotherapist, but he had been overweight most of his life, and he'd been teased and had really struggled with weight, had tried multiple programs, dieted. Even when he was losing weight, he found he just couldn't maintain it. He'd fall off the wagon. Maybe he'd even have success for a little while, but then, he just couldn't seem to stay on track. So with recognizing that our history affects how we show up in our daily life, he asked that question, why is this so hard for me? Where did this come from? What started this? And what came to his mind was a memory when he was 9 years old of being bullied by a group of older kids. And what went on in the background of his mind was, if only I were bigger, they couldn't pick on me. And it started to run an automatic habit or pattern. We call it a safety program. Now, if you've got a safety program running in the background, extra weight means safe, extra weight means protecting myself. It doesn't matter what program you will do. Your unconscious mind is going to override it and it's going to win. Unless you work with those programming and help the unconscious mind update to where you are now in your life, feeling safe, connected, surrounded by people who love you. Or developing that if you don't feel connected, loved, or safe. Those are things that you can help your unconscious mind start to notice, sort for, and update. So once he made that update to recognizing, then he was able to clear that, and now weight is a non-issue. He doesn't even have to think about it. Yes, he's added some healthy habits, but it's not even a problem or a challenge anymore. So part of it is recognizing whatever your mind is doing, wherever you're experiencing the sabotage, I can't make myself stay on track, I can't do it. There's an underlying pattern that is typically working against you if you're experiencing sabotage. So at the conscious level, yes, you're on board, you know that you want to move forward, but the unconscious mind can be holding on to old programs, old patterns, habits, cravings, but these are all things that we can help the mind update and shift. And in fact, the simplest explanation I like to give for hypnosis is helping your automatic mind make the shift. So just instead of focusing on, junk foods or things that aren't as good for you, we can shift it to focusing on salad. I've even had people say, oh, wow, salad just tastes amazing to me. I don't know. I just can't stop craving salad. Or your mind will start shifting to craving healthier foods and finding enjoyment in healthier ways. So if you've noticed this, if sabotage, if this is one of the patterns that you've noticed with weight loss, dieting, exercise, or even just maintaining healthy lifestyle, especially for people with chronic illness or conditions that they need to manage, really recognize the reason for feeling so frustrated. It's not just about willpower and making yourself do it, but there's something underlying at the automatic level that your mind needs to address to help you shift so you can get to that place where your brain is on board with your healthy lifestyle goals. So don't beat yourself up about it. so many people have patterns of sabotage because parts of their mind are just not on board with the goals of what they want to accomplish. So you can do this through reflection, asking your mind, or you can also come in for a private session and I'll talk a little bit more about the options as we continue. So sabotage, so many people run into this as a challenge, but don't let it frustrate you. Don't let it make you feel like you're failing. You're not failing. It's just you're not looking in the right place to help your mind get updated or get on board with what you want. Okay, so rather than a diet, I recommend creating a lifestyle you can live with. The truth is, many diets will work as long as you do them, as long as you stay on track with them. But even more useful than a diet or a program is to just create lifestyle change. What are the healthy habits you can add into your life that support your health, your energy, your vitality? And what are the things in your life that bring in that expanded happiness, enjoyment, relaxation, the good things that we want in life? The good things that we want in life often have, images attached as far as food. So those are the messages about what our mind wants to think and feel more of in our daily life. So think about it as creating a healthy lifestyle, creating a lifestyle you can live with, and that is your key to lasting health and healthy body. And I added this in here. The real reasons that we gain weight are really in the brain, and this is why so many people continue to struggle. Why 96% of dieters fall off the wagon and gain it back within 2 years is because they're not addressing the brain habits and patterns that are actually responsible for sabotage, stress patterns. Stress patterns are a huge challenge with not only our body weight, but also our health. And we'll touch on that a little bit, but also our food habits and our emotions, our fears, and especially sabotage. Part of me wants to and part of me doesn't. So unless we're addressing this level of the brain, we're going to feel stuck or like we're failing. We're just not adding in the right pieces of the puzzle. So, and here I wanted to talk about stress. I wanted to talk about stress as a hidden culprit for a moment because it really plays into how our body responds both to weight, to the situations around us, and especially to health. As I mentioned before, 1 in 2 Americans has a chronic illness. I would say most of it has to do because of stress. That our society, yes, it's faster paced. Things are more convenient, but there's also more demands on our time. There's higher expectations about responding to a text or an email within, shorter and shorter amounts of time. And stress is one example of the direct mind and body connection. Think about the things that cause you stress. Traffic, family, maybe friends, maybe the boss, maybe work. The things that cause us stress aren't going to physically injure us, hunt us down and eat us, but our body responds the same pathway as our evolution learned to experience stress in running from like a tiger or running through the woods. So how stress affects the body. In fact, one of the CDC, Center for Disease Control, research statistics is that 90% of doctor visits are due to stress. We know stress contributes to chest pain, headaches, lowered thinking, hormone imbalances, decreased bone density, decreased immune function. So when our body is stressed, our body is not working on its immune function. And sometimes we're seeing so much stress is overreactive stress response directly relates to autoimmune disorders as well. What I've recognized with my own clients and my own practice, how much these are linked. We know that stress actually makes pain worse. So by decreasing the amount of stress, we can actually build up energy, build up the immune system, rebalance hormones, rebalance the body, and also help the body release weight and create that healthy, the experience of health in our body as well. So stress is also a positive side effect of hypnosis is also stress relief. So that's another added benefit that really helps the mind and body system rebalance itself. So if you want more information, this is the program on training your brain, how to slim your health and help your body heal. And we go through, I have a 6-week program. We go through changing old habits, changing cravings, changing stress habits and patterns. As I mentioned, this is a big piece of why people are feeling really, struggling, is because they're not managing the stress habits and patterns. Also replacing mental blocks, like I shared about my friend Rich. Sometimes there's these old programs, these old mental blocks that are running automatically that will continue to run and cause sabotage unless you help the mind recognize and replace them and help them shift. And of course, lack of motivation is part of what's wired into the brain. And it's really about healthy lifestyle and creating the lifestyle that works for you. And the most important thing that you can do is to manage your brain. And as you manage your brain, you can help your body rebalance itself, build your energy, build your health, build your vitality, and really help your body rebalance and heal. So here's a quick overview. The 6-week program is beginning Thursday, September 20th. We meet online just like we did tonight. There's an email that will go out along with more information and the link where you can see everything that's included in the program. And what's so important about this 6-week program is it directly is helping your mind change its habits and patterns. And one of the ways that we can do this is with hypnosis. As I mentioned, hypnosis, it's about helping your automatic mind switch its focus. There's processes that I have from my own experience in releasing 40 pounds over 12 years ago, but also from teaching healthy lifestyle over the last 12 years, and really paying attention to what are the habits, the patterns, the mental blocks going on for my clients. I've distilled it all down into a complete program to really support you in helping your brain make the shift. So we go through a 6-week program. There's 6 master classes on understanding habits and patterns, cravings, how to change them. Plus, it includes 10 hypnosis meditations to help the mind switch its focus. And it's switching the automatic mind. There is a language specific to the unconscious mind, and you must work in its own language. That's why just repeating affirmations don't tend to stick, because your brain is running other patterns automatically. Also with this program, I recognized, though most people know what's healthy, there's also a lot of misinformation in the health world. And my clients were doing things like, I'm counting calories, and I'm like, well, tell me more about that. Like, well, I know that if I eat a candy bar, I'm just gonna skip dinner. I'm like, well, that's not helping your body. In fact, the sugar, by creating spikes in your blood sugar, is actually tripping that switch in your body that releases insulin, and then your body just stores everything as fat. So I've included a workbook that I created, 6 nutrition in action master classes for super health. And it goes through really understanding how do foods affect your body. It's not about counting calories. It's about increasing the quality of your foods and finding ways to make it enjoyable and something that you can live with long term. And 6 hot topics. These are recorded master classes in this program, including intuitive eating, hormone balance, stress relief. Plus, this season, I've added extra support. The extra support that I've added includes 1 live coaching support call every month, 1 stress, weight, and illness to super health support group. So this group will begin meeting live. You can check the website for the schedule. And there's a Facebook group. So this allows us to share recipes, share tips, tricks, making food and preparation easier so that you can stay on track. And you know, convenience is really more and more becoming the name of the game. If it's not convenient, we tend to let things slide. So it's making time for it, but also recognizing easier ways to fit in healthier eating and to fit in care for your body and care for your health and support. And here's the overview of the program, the 6-week program, plus life support, plus these extras that are also included, 10 hypnosis meditations, the master classes, the special topics. And here's the website registration. It's a bit.ly, bit.ly /, it is case sensitive, capital A, capital L, capital Y, IN 90. That's a Lighter You in 90 Days program. And this season I've actually added some extra months. So you can look to see everything that's included on the website. And I'm happy to answer any questions. So if you are really ready to make lasting change, and think of it as a step at a time, or it's like learning to ride a bicycle. You know, some people are so frustrated with past programs, trying to make themselves stay on track, and then of course the downward spiral. We don't want you to downward spiral. Just think about it's like riding a bicycle. Each time a child falls down, they're getting better and better because their brain is learning more about what works for them, how to keep their balance, how to keep these things in check. And so it becomes easier and easier each time that you try. So you might even think in context of staying on track that you've been doing a lot of learning about maybe what doesn't work or how you're getting out of balance, so that you can bring all of what you've learned into really making this the last time that you need a program. But it's more than a program. It's really a support system. It's giving you the tools and skills to work with your own brain, to replace those mental blocks, change those stress patterns. Once again, stress is a huge contributor to not only our body, our weight, but also our health and our mood and our energy. And the most important thing you can do for your body is to manage your brain. Manage your brain first, even before you trying to stay on track with a program. Just recognize, what is your brain running? You can start making those changes in your habits, patterns, and cravings. And here's the website page, alighteryousystem.com. You'll find the information there under A Lighter You in 90 Days. You'll find in one of the drop downs. And you know, really keep in mind, whether it's your life, your health, your love, your career, it all gets easier with your brain on board. If you really want to make lasting change, getting your mind on board and your automatic mind, what it's running in the background, getting that on board to bring your whole focus into how you're moving forward. And it doesn't have to be hard. A lot of times people have these ideas, weight loss programs are hard. You have to put a lot of energy or thought into it. Well, I've really dialed this program in to make it easy to listen to the audios, the recordings, the hypnosis in a lot of different ways that it can fit into your life easily to help reprogram your brain, help make the switch, find your healthy lifestyle, build your energy, build your vitality, even improve your health, reduce your symptoms, reduce the need for medications. And I have my own story about that I share on the website and also in the private Facebook group. So thanks for coming tonight. If you'd like the extra bonuses, go ahead and register by the registration date. And I will talk to you soon. Feel free to give me a call. You can see the details at alighteryousystem.com. And I look forward to talking with you soon.